you guys? Marty Schwartz here with GuitarJams.com. Anyway, I'm going to show you a little supplemental lesson to your basic power chords. So we got kind of a rock lesson going here. What I wanted to show you is hopefully at this point you know how to play a power chord. So like if I said a G power chord, you'd play your index finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and that's a G note. And then you would add your ring finger to the 5th fret of the A string, and that gives you a G power chord. So that's your basic power chord. Alright, so let me give you a couple of options that you can play instead of that chord, but it'll still work, it'll complement that chord. So if there's 2 guitar players in a band, this is something cool. Or this might just make if you wrote a riff with basic power chords, you could use some of these ideas to just make it a little more unique sounding if you're looking for a new way to play a power chord. So one thing you can do is you add your pinky to the 5th fret of the D string. Which a lot of people already do. Nirvana did it, a bunch of others, but that's a way to thicken up the chord. But what you can do instead is take the low root out and just play those 2 with 1 finger. And it's kind of like a reverse power chord. It really emphasizes the sound that's called the 4th. And it's real, smoke on the water, it's real gritty. But so if one guy's playing this, let's just say power chord on the 1st fret up to the 3rd. Another guitar player could be playing, you can kind of think of it by adding your pinky and going, oh, those are the 2. Or the root on the D string, you can think of it that way. If I'm playing an F to a G, you can find the F and the G on the D string and play the note on the A string with it. Now you can use 2 fingers for it. When you do that with 1 finger, you can do some. You can start to add little elements of a scale in there, like the pentatonic, These aren't original concepts, but some people don't know it yet. Okay, here's another thing you can do with that chord instead. So if I'm playing these 2, like that, I'm thinking of it as an F power chord. The root's actually on the 3rd fret of the D. So what I can do though now, and this is like in a Def Leppard song for instance, I can go I can now add my ring finger to the 5th fret of the G, and then even my pinky to the 6th fret of the B, and that's still an F power chord. So watch, if I'm gonna loop an F power chord right here. So that's looping, right? So I can play these 2. I can add. So it's the same chord. It's going to give you a different sound. I play a G power chord, I could play the 5th fret on the A and D instead. Or I could even add my ring to the 7th of the G, and my pinky to the 8th of the B. You know, so basically just spark some new concepts for you. That's all. And to know that they're there. You know? It's just a different sound, and it's definitely a more complex kind of power chord. So just consider it, and you might actually start to hear it now too. Hear it in some songs, and just, you know, let it creep its way into your knowledge.